Hello, my name is Bob Willis and welcome to Winnie TV here at SMTconnect. And now I'd like to talk to Colin. And Colin, if you'd like to introduce yourself and also your company and what you're specifically involved with at the show today.
Okay, thank you, Bob. BPM Microsystems, Colin Harper is my name, and I'm a director of product management. Have been in the industry for about 25 years now, so I've been to a few of these shows and always enjoy coming to Nuremberg, of course. Mm-hmm. And we're in the device programming tools, so a lot of these these suppliers here, of course, they're in the same production facilities we are, and we specifically provide tools that program non-volatile memory devices.
Mm-hmm. So basically, after part of the assembly process, you're programming in the programs they've developed.
Right. Typically, we are prior to the SMT process. We have done some onboard programming, but we're particularly programming the chips at the package level before they go on the board.
Okay, right. So in terms of different types of technology, where do you see the market going? Are you seeing perhaps the use of AI in the future, or are the software or the development software being put on the chip, is that something that always has to be signed off by the customer, so there's no opportunity to change? How does that work?
Right. Well, we of course provide the tools to the customer, and then they decide what content goes into those flash memories. AI, big buzzword, and certainly I see it being adopted, so absolutely that's coming for us as well. Our tools, they're designed specifically to program at the fastest theoretical speeds, and we also have a universal platform, so typically someone who wants to provide or program a variety of devices, they'll select our solution. Frankly, we're a premium provider in the industry. We work with Adapsys Limited here in the majority of the European market and been very happy to be with them for about 20 years now. So a great relationship with Adapsys Limited.
But you as a company are a worldwide company.
We are supporting manufacturers globally, and all the manufacturing hubs around the world. You can find our products in these manufacturing locations. Today we announced the release of our new product, the BPM 210. Our mantra is to make device programming easy, and this new desktop unit includes some automatic socket actuation. So, you've got to consider the human factors. Not every facility is able to invest in a full-blown, fully automated machine. So we're introducing a component of the automated actuation that really does increase productivity. Time studies indicate double the throughput compared to manual socket actuation. And again, the human side of things, people, if they're happy, if their job is relatively easy, they're going to produce more. So it's a natural outcome that is beneficial to the operator as well as the manufacturer.
And how have you seen the introduction of robotics into your industry, or the customers using your particular product and then introducing robotics?
Well, of course, we were actually the very first company in around 1995 to introduce a fine pitch pick and place machine, the integrated device programming technology. So we've been the leader in that endeavor for many, many years now. And we have our 10th generation product. It's a relatively small form factor machine, and it's very popular because the cost of ownership is relatively low, and it can produce millions and millions of programmed devices per year. So fantastic combination.
And what do you find is the biggest challenge going forward as we look at different packages?
Well, a lot of the devices are becoming more and more complicated, and then the data density, the amount of data that's pre-programmed, of course, so you need to have, as I said, programming at the fastest theoretical limits of the device, so that's what we endeavor to do.
But I mean, from a structural point of view, problems with component density and lead pitches and things like that, has that been a problem?
Well, there's always there's a propagation of packages. Certainly, there's a big variety. So we're always developing socket adapters or even though we, of course, do the manufacturing and the R&D, one of the largest components of our business from a structural standpoint is our device support engineers. And that's a team of folks that we have in Houston, Texas, as well as a team in India. And every day we're releasing new support for all of these devices and packages that are coming onto the market.
What about customers who are obviously wanting to program the parts with your system? Have they had challenges with counterfeit components, for instance, making it more difficult to...
Great question. And our machine, because it's universal, we do have some quality checks built in just to confirm the ID of the chip, so we can often catch that. Obviously, if it's a package without any internals, we know we can program that. That's pretty easy. So that's certainly a concern for the industry. Frankly, I haven't seen a lot of that directly. I haven't heard of that, but I know it's certainly something to be wary of, especially immediately during COVID and post-COVID. People were selling anything as devices because they could.
Because I mean, you emphasized a few times the speed is the key thing of programming devices to get it through, and I wonder whether chips that are actually not up to specification, we have problems with SD cards being an issue when you try and utilize it in cameras and other technologies. I guess the same issue could occur if you've got parts of a lower standard that don't meet the actual standard of the part that you require.
That's true. I suppose you'll see higher or lower yield issues as well if you have less than standard components. And our goal is to be Six Sigma as far as the programming yield, and don't always achieve that, but that's the goal.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate you taking some time
Pleasure.
out to chat with us, and something else to learn about, and hopefully in the future. I wish you the success with the show and obviously future shows.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here in Nuremberg.